Jeff, 77-73 win tonight over Houston Baptist, and your team found a way to win at the end, but it was a tightly contested game throughout.
It really was. Neither team really had much separation, I don't think, at any point, and it was always kind of a, probably a 1 or 2 possession game, it felt like. And I thought there was a little stretch there in the fourth quarter where we finally strung together some stops, and it seemed like it was Jess Harris coming up with deflections and steals, and then us getting some easy points at the other end that kind of just gave us a little bit of a lift. And again, maybe now it was a 2 or 3 possession game, and kind of loosened it up a little bit for us. But I thought there were so many people that really had great games for us. Ursula Clark, as a freshman, to have 19 points, 6 rebounds, only 2 turnovers with the ball in her hands, was tremendous. I thought at times she was kind of carrying us offensively. I think Gabby Cortez with 20, again, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 5 big offensive rebounds. I thought Carissa Moody was really active. She's coming off of an injury that set her back for a while, missed the first few weeks, and kind of just now kind of rounding into shape. I thought Diamond Brooks, both halves made some big plays. Tan Walker did a lot of good things in the second half, and I probably feel like I'm forgetting somebody, but just a true team effort. I thought the energy that we played with, throughout the entire game, and the energy we had on the bench, really meant a lot. That was kind of the big theme going into today's game. Is we felt bad. We wanted to get that taste out of our mouth from the loss the other day, and it was important that we come away with this win.
You mentioned Jessica Harris, too, and she was coming back from a knee injury and gave you a double-figure effort tonight, too.
She did, and I tell you, it was scary when she went down in the second half against Rice, and it was still a fairly close game at that point. Initially, we feared it might have been an ACL, and she tore her ACL back in high school. So we're thinking, Jesus, her season over. Fortunately, it wasn't. But she missed, obviously, practice Saturday, didn't play Sunday. Even yesterday was really limited in I don't even think we let her change ends. We just let her play half court a little bit. She felt good tonight. She was on a minutes restriction tonight, so we were always trying to be sensitive to that and never play her, more than maybe 4 minutes at a time. And I don't know what she ended up with. She went 2 minutes over what she was supposed to play, but I think she's okay. But kind of probably playing on fumes a little bit as well. But it was good to see her and make the clutch free throw to make it a 4-point game. And she's an athlete, and she can do some things with the ball. She can do some things around the rim, and so it's good to see her give us that spark.
You mentioned the energy. You guys got a lot of the 50-50 balls tonight, and you out-rebounded by 11.
Yeah, that was huge, and that's always something. I know it's kind of cliche. Every coach says that about the 50-50 balls, but when you come away with 18 offensive rebounds, you're doing something right. And keep in mind, we still shot 40%. It's not like we shot 30% and got 18 offensive rebounds and held them to 10. And that was something that was kind of one of our keys to victory. Is we felt like we could hurt them on the O boards. We thought we might not be as big as they were, but we thought we were maybe a little more athletic. But as I kept kind of reminding them, that athleticism only means something if you use it, and clearly we did. And Gabby getting 5-0 boards, Tan Walker 4-0 boards, Ursula 2, Diamond 2, Jess Harris 2. When you have 5 players getting 2-0 boards or more, you're playing hard. And so that was good to see. Got to get better defensively. That was our struggle, but at least I thought in the fourth quarter, we finally strung together some stops, and the thing that was kind of keeping them afloat clearly was the free throws. In both halves, and I told them at the first half, the ladies, they have more made free throws than made field goals. That's not good. And I think the second half is about the same thing, but if we can clean that up, and they were hurting us on some drives, and just our closeouts weren't the best, but a little bit late to rotate. But I thought in the second half we did a little bit better job of being a little more disciplined and not putting them on the foul line. And I don't know if I've ever seen this before. In the first half, 7 different players had 2 fouls or more. I'm doing this for 28 years, so whatever number of games that is, over 700 or whatever the number is, I don't know that I've ever seen that before. But we overcame it. Nobody fouled out, like I said, so I thought our discipline was much better.
Got a big road test on Thursday at Oklahoma State. What do you want to accomplish in that last non-conference game?
You want to just see, against a team of that caliber. You're talking about an Oklahoma State team, and I might be off on the numbers. A couple of weeks ago, I think they beat 7th-ranked UCLA by 17 points, if I remember right. They went on the road at Mississippi State a little while back, who's ranked, I think, 4 or 5 in the country, and I think they lost by 5 points. Clearly they're a great team, and they're destined for the NCAA tournament. And it's kind of one of those, you just let it all hang out. There's no pressure. Go out, compete, have fun in the process, but, feel good after 40 minutes that you gave it everything you had, and obviously hope you have no injuries, and at least, regardless of the result, we know what we're up against, but, let's feel good, going into the break, obviously, as we transition into Sun Belt Conference play.